Firearms manufacturing in AlkenStar. Though manufacturing only one small arms weapon a day and 5 siege weapons a year, one would think this massive facility highly inefficient of considering its size and 12-hour workday. In fact, the gunworks, located inside the Manawace outside of AlkenStar, is capable of a much higher rate of production, but maintains a slow schedule to keep the market price of the weapons artificially high by limited supply. This conservative approach also helps ensure the small nation's safety, as it is estimated that AlkenStar keeps over 90% of the weapons they manufacture, making it only one of the most heavily defended kingdoms in the Inner Sea region. Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting, very, very exciting episode of the All Guns No Glory podcast. We are in book 1 of Pathfinder's 2nd edition, the Outlaws of AlkenStar Adventure Path, 3 books, and we find ourselves waking up one fine morning in something that smells worse than the slums. You find yourselves waking inside the Wailing scrapyard. But not to singing birds, not to this odors that you probably lost a lot of your sleep to. No, gentlemen, the sound of a bullhorn rips through the dawn morning, rising you from your tents. You see your hosts are just as perplexed as goblins mull about the camp, all looking around, trying to find the source of this echoing, bellowing noise. It happens again. And all eyes turn up. Flying extremely low over the Wailing scrapyard, an airship has descended and not landed. But as we marvel at its, nope, it's not coming down, it's not going up, it's not going away, but damn, that's awful close. A harpoon line zips down and thocks and anchors heavily into the scrap pile, not 30 feet from your position.
Nailed it!
And then sliding down on some sort of grapple pulley, a brake mechanism sparking like mad, and he seems to have a small green goblin attached to his chest, sort of riding baby style, screaming its head off. Some of the goblins
Hold on, little buddy!
Some of the goblins look up and say, "Look, it's Puggy!" These two zip down the line, and just before they would smash into a whole bunch of doctor's tetanus shots later, the man releases, swirls out his cloak for a drop umbrella, Batman stop air brake last second, hits the ground, does an amazing tuck and roll, acrobatics check, and comes up and comes up in a perfect T-pose, and then falls flat on his face as he tries to release the goblin, who actually lands on his feet but immediately starts retching.
Let me just dust myself off.
Welcome, Matt Spiegler. Not out of the bag, but a brand new character.
Matt, character, y'all.
Would you bring the mic in a bit, sir, so we get less echo? And would you please describe your character and perhaps the reason of the background?
So, I am playing a champion human, a champion of Bree, the clockwork goddess. I'm average build, average height. I'm bald, and I have a cog tattoo that goes across my face, over my head, and back around again.
Face tattoo. Only it's not cool. It's not gross. It's cool.
Yeah. And then I'm wearing like a breastplate with like purple undergarments.
And the cloak.
Yeah, with like the...
And weapon and armaments of choice, are they...
Yeah, I also have a steel shield and a long sword sheath on my side.
Okay.
Shield is on my back.
Any sort of heraldry or symbolism besides... Is that actually a holy symbol?
On the
printed
breastplate,
your face?
on the breastplate itself, it has like the symbol of Bree in the center.
And what is the symbol of Bree?
I'll get back to you on that.
I believe it's the mask that you have behind you.
It is?
It's sort of a white porcelain with brass inlaid, so it's almost like the...
It's like engraved on the breastplate.
It's kind of like someone's version of a steampunk android, the blank
More like
face.
like on the upper right chest quarter, not like in the center, kind of like not fully huge. It's like a small, you know.
Yeah, where FedEx goes.
And it's on the shield. It's on the shield as well.
Okay. Picking himself up from the luckily not too dangerous landing, but not exactly impressive landing, Charwin, Took Fume approaches you and says,
"Oh, hi. Yeah, Tuck Fime."
Tuck Fime? Were you being a dick? Were you refusing to answer because I screwed up your name?
No, I just... Yeah,
no, that's almost hero point worthy, man.
I didn't think you were talking about me because you didn't say the name.
Character's so new.
Yes. So
sorry. Spiegler approaches you wearing a...
Rejoice, all. Tuck Fime is here. Bree's light shines upon you today.
Oh, who's this?
Goblins start clapping.
Anybody know a Took?
Is that you, Char, trying to act all incognito?
He knows my name. Of course I know you.
Char, you are a little weird guy, aren't you?
Maybe.
After witnessing... Sorry, go ahead.
Fear not, because I will help you all get to the end of your quest without any more setbacks, because I've heard y'all have had a hard time of it.
You guys distinctly see him turn to Charwin, cover his mouth, and silently mouth the words, "What's our quest?"
We're getting paid.
A tiny little trumpet fanfare and a pavilion tent flap is revealed, and Lord Glass reveals himself. And once you see a an older goblin wearing a trench coat completely studded in brilliant shards of glass. He demands to know what the ruckus is, and then when he sees that more mercantile, companions have joined and no one's outwardly fighting, he seems pleased. Well, yes, rise and shine. Yes, yes. Well then, you have rested, you have eaten, and you have healed. So, how about you honor our agreement and rid our tribe of the gnolls, yes? And he holds his hands up to snap those fingers. You know what comes next. You don't want the megaphone.
Hey, guys, just wondering, where's our cat friend gone? Like, I know I only met you guys yesterday, but we gotta get on this quest and we're missing people.
Well,
who's this new guy?
You must understand, Atticus. Sometimes he just goes off on his own thing. I'm sure he'll be around. Not sure about this new guy yet.
You're telling me I made all that grand entrance, and not even all of y'all are here? We really are going to need some more money, aren't we, Char?
Money? Oh, what? No, you stole that, right?
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Mm-hmm.
Good, the money's safe, right?
Yeah. Bree watches over it from her high apostle.
He tithed it. Give it to the church. And I bet you that airship was not expensive. Do you know how much it would cost for them to pay off for it to come this low. Like even in a, I don't even want to get into the cost, but you know what? It's fine. Ignorance is bliss, I'm sure. Gentlemen, we ask the goblins, we search around. Where is Mr.
Yeah,
Smokefur?
which way to these gnolls?
Well, apparently they're man down.
We were looking for our cat friend. You weren't even here, but you could take us. I don't even know these people. I only met them yesterday.
Well, I
Put
say
my arm around Pilo. We're best friends.
Yeah, we came in together. I like you so far. I can understand what you're saying. Anyways, the cat guy. I didn't even get his name. What was his name again?
They're missing a cat folk. There's another human. There's Charwin. And then there is a talking skeleton draped in clothes wearing chaps and a big sombrero type hat. This is your party now. This is your life now, Took.
I hold no prejudices against any and all beings of this beautiful plane of existence.
As long as they fuel the mother invention, it's all good, right?
So anybody see where the cat guy went? Anyone have any ideas? Or are we just going to forget it and he'll find us later?
The goblins produce a note and says, it does
Who
say...
here can read?
Yeah. Who could read comment? No one? No, we're mercenaries. Wow. We're speaking the language of bullets. What? I'm pretty sure common is free to all characters. It's not. It may not be your first language, but
Yeah.
I got a -1 to intelligence.
it's fine.
Abilities.
The goblins find a note, start waving it around. You guys all start passing it off or whatever. He gives it to Lord Glass. Dear friends, please forgive my absence this evening. It does not sit right with me that we left Carissa behind. I hope to expedite intricately her escape. Oh, he likes big words, doesn't he? And henceforth will return to you on the morrow, hopefully with her carcass in tow. PC, I kept the money and the bag and the bodies for safekeeping. Is that wrong? Your friend, Atticus Smokefur.
Atticus. I didn't even know his name. Now I know. Atticus.
I
I'll
knew
forget
we were
that.
his friends.
Well, you're going to have to
All
trust
right.
him because he took your loot.
That guy is going to spend the money.
Yeah, sounds as all if y'all were duped. Or sounds as though if y'all were duped.
Who asked you anyway, Fime?
A partner would never spend money.
You're right. I got no right speaking about your business. Let's find these gnolls though. Like, point me in the direction. I want to swing my sword a bit.
You
Right. Glass
swing a
points.
sword?
Glass points east. Just on the other side of the crane, through the big puddle of rusted sewage waste and beyond. Look for the airship in the center of the scrapyard, and they're on the other side of it because they trapped them on that side, apparently. Now go! He says, and then he holds the pose until you actually leave because there's nothing else for him to do.
Well, 3 of us here are newbies. You, the guy. Okay, the one who's not a newbie. Why don't you lead the way? Because you kind of know what you're doing. We'll follow suit.
I think he's nominating Gauze, our barbarian, to take point. But, tanking
I
it
don't know
from
any
somebody.
names here, but
Well,
I know Char. I know Tuck. I know Atticus because he's not here. I only know who you are.
We have actually, Pilo has yet to reveal, he's some sort of occult caster, but he has yet to reveal what he actually does for, I want to say a living, but I don't think that suits you.
No, for a living, I just stayed under a pile of crap for the last who knows how many years. So it's not much of a living.
All right.
Mr. Fime, do you have some skills?
Well, I'm not useless, but we'll see how it goes when we get to some gnolls. I haven't seen a gnoll.
Not you, Pilo. I know you got some skills because you talk a lot. Mr. Fime,
Yeah,
You
no,
have
sorry. I
skills?
was a tad distracted by old Rattlebones over there.
Okay, I'm confused. Say your name, Spiegler.
Tuck Fime.
Tuck Fime. And
And
we
he
keep
did-
calling you Took Fume. Okay.
No, Corey did say Fime. He said my last name.
Put a C in your name, or I'm going to call you Took for the rest of your days, dude. It's a Canadian thing.
like
my.
I know. It's what it's spelled. Well, do you want to be called Tuck or you want to be Took? I like Took, really.
I was
but-
trying to do, like fantasy spelling.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I get it, but I'm sorry.
So, back to your skills.
My
Do
skills.
you have skills?
By her grace, Bree, she has blessed me with great strength to wield my blade, and I can stand in front of the danger for you, and I can hold them down while you give them the killing blow.
Well, you better be careful because we are going to hold you to that.
I promise you will not regret having me as a part of your party.
Well, then, good sir, we will take you along.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Breeze Gloria, I am accepted, and I promise to show you guys that we will prevail.
No need to get emotional here.
Before you to the east, just outside the goblin camp, the path widens drastically from a 5-foot pass trying to keep them hidden to 10, 20, 25 feet. About 10, 15 feet in front of you lies a rust pond. To the south of you lies a crane. At the back of the pond, you guys see a giant structure, but quite like a metal box or crate. It seems to be damming up the flow of the pond, possibly the reason why it's there. Scrap, dangerously sharp, piled high on each side. It seems you're facing a bit of a conundrum already. What do you do?
Well, I say we drink that rust pond. They make drinks out of it, right?
Char, I'd love
Probably not
to
gonna
see
be
you
much-
do it.
He did mention that. Yeah, that's good memory, Drew. Forgot about that.
I don't think me drinking much is gonna help. Probably just come right back up my butt and right back where it was.
If the goddess came down herself and told me that was holy water, I would still not believe her.
The goddess would be very upset with you.
Well, the goddess of invention does like guys that think for themselves, hence, brilliant inventing minds.
I have no idea what the goddesses want.
Picture Tuck prostrate, face down, mumbling into the dirt, because his goddess literally appeared in person. No, goddess, I don't want to drink the stinky water. Don't make me. I mean, that's where he'd be, but, he would stand firm, I'm sure. Anyway.
Can we see the bottom of this rust?
Yeah, make a
pool?
perception check into the liquid.
Okay, so you guys approach the pool of muck and have a good look. That's what we're doing. There's a
I
line
drop
up on.
mine in the tower.
Yes, please. Line up with the muck guys and have a look. Gauze isn't shy. He just rolls freely. It's fine. A reddish-brown circular pool of water stands in the center of a large open area, with stacks of metal and wood to the north and south. To the east, a large steel box, already pitted with rust, blocks the way past the pool. At the bottom of the pond, you do see a large pile of cloth sits mostly motionless. Some unseen current causing bits of fabric to dance in the water. Goss Charwin, whether it's perception or logic, there may be a drain at the bottom of that, because there's no wind to cause a current, so there's something must be moving, either creature or drain or something otherwise, to cause the fabric to move around. What do you boys want to do?
This looks like water to me. I don't really know where the bottom is.
Well, I really
swim
hope.
across it.
I was gonna say, I really hope the gnolls aren't down there.
Hilo, can I have a perception from you as well?
I did roll one in the tower, didn't I?
I didn't
Oh,
see
no.
it. It didn't look like it came up.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second here. Perception. I just drop it in the tower, right? Or what?
Actually, use the one on the top of your page.
Which one, sorry?
Not on your skills, but actually
Yeah.
hit the button on the top of your page. There's a perception button there. It's very handy.
I'm missing it, so I don't see where that is.
The initiative
main-
one.
no,
on the main
no.
tab.
What? Who said initiative? No, I just want perception roll on the top page. No reason.
On the main tab,
Yeah.
Sorry.
On the main tab, yeah. Sorry.
main tab right beside your
Oh,
AC
there
to the
it is,
left of
there.
your AC.
There we go.
I found it now.
Okay.
Oh, it was almost a 19.
Oh, I didn't put it in my chart. Okay. I like it because it holds it in my tracker here when you do that. But anyway, that's fine. So, you guys see the swaying fabric. You see the rust pond. The pond itself is as wide. So we're talking, what are we looking at here? 10, 20, 35 feet wide. It does bow out to you in a circular shape where, there's 15 foot at the tip in front of you and it circulates around, but then it hits all that debris and it funnels at the back. Tapers, I should say, at the back to like a 10, 15 foot area where that box is. And the depth of it, as in like front to back, is 30 feet as well. Now, as far as how deep it is, which I believe was our question, it's barely a foot deep, really. And you can
Hello.
see that fabric moving in the sunlight.
Hilo,
Yeah, what's going on?
you're dead already. Why don't you take away the cross?
I guess I can try. If it's acidic, it's not going to melt my skin. And I'll dip a little finger in, a little skeleton finger in the water. See what
Okay.
happens.
Now,
Different.
correct me if I'm wrong, Pilo. Would you like a sort of a goofy trial and error, like you're unaware of your undead state? Or would you like me to remind you and the audience what you are and are not immune to? I like trial and error, personally.
I'm trial and error.
I can see Corey talking you into do shit all day long. And we'll just-
I'm trial and error. I've been a skeleton under a pile of stuff for who knows how long. I don't know what I'm immune to.
All
I just
right.
know that I'm
Yeah.
dead.
all right.
So I'm going to take the little skeleton fingers and just swirl them around and see what happens.
Okay. You swirl rusty water.
Okay.
We think alike, Mr. Ball.
Sorry?
Said we think alike.
Well, looks fine to me. Doesn't hurt the fingers at all. Or the flanges, whatever you want to call them. And I'll take a step in. Kind of walk towards where that drain is, or that piece of cloth is.
Okay. Where's Pilo? 1, 2. There he is. So he steps forward, he pokes in a finger, he starts wading his way in. Do. Right? You get yourself adjacent to the cloth, or I guess right beside it, or stand over it. Where do you? Oh, that's the wrong dude. Sorry. There's Pilo.
There I am.
In front of it, or you want to be right on top of it and start yanking?
I don't want to be on top of it just in case it sucks me in. I'd like to have a little bit of room to.
Okay. So
Let's stay away from
he's
the funnel.
10 feet from the edge, and he's up to his ankles. There's no hissing or burning or whatever, but something interesting does happen.
Ruh-roh.
Pilo.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? Target Pilo.
While Pilo is wandering into there, I'm going to draw a javelin.
Okay.
I'm pulling on this thing, guys. It's a little stuck, but I think I can get it. Give me a second here.
A pseudopod. A brown, viscous, jello-y golden substance pokes up out of the water and attacks you, slams you, at you,
Ouch.
and misses. So he's there, and he reaches over, and now he's like all fours with his chin just above the water, right? And you guys see the pseudopod raising up like a snake, and he turns so his head meets his ass, going, "I don't see anything, guys." And it's when it strikes, and it just misses him cleanly as he turned around. Something is in the water and has attacked our friend. Charwin leaps into action, or into confusion, your choice. What do you want to do? Charwin is up. Gauze, get ready, you're on deck.
Oh, man. Why don't I cast a spell?
All right.
I'm thinking I want to cast Tanglefoot. Because it's probably, 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 feet from me?
Okay, so let's hear the description, because I'm wondering if you have something you can cast it on. Do you need any kind of plant life?
Let's see. A vine covered in sticky sap appears from thin air, flickering from your hand.
There you go. Okay. Sweet.
Let's see. I attempt a spell attack is what I gotta do. Am I targeted?
Oh, sorry. You are now. And is this a verbal spell?
It is somatic and verbal, yes.
Okay, so let's hear the verbal. What primal forces are you calling out to? What chant? Or are you some kind of savant that just says something silly like, this is my tangle move? You know, what do you get? Great way of filling the dead air while you're clicking buttons, too.
Oh, sticky gooiness. Get him!
That works for me.
Set it cast. Oh, I'm doing the wrong spell. Hold on. That would explain a lot. There we go. With the 16 total.
That hits. Should be some kind of damage or some kind of...
Let's see. So if it's just a success, the target takes a 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for 1 round. It can attempt to escape my spell with my spell DC to remove the penalty.
Okay, so escaping would be athletics, probably.
I think so.
Okay. So you limit my movement. It goes down by 10 feet. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. How fast is this thing? Okay. Got it.
And then as my last action, maybe I'll do a knowledge recall check.
Yes. Let's see. This has got to be... This is probably occult.
Sure, why not?
Because this thing is not natural,
No,
I'll tell you that.
That was probably supposed to be in the tower, but 4.
4.
Untrained.
Corey, can I get you to mute up? I'm getting something off your background there. Nothing comes to mind. Which brings us to Corey. Now you can unmute Corey. Haha. Goss. While he was investigating, shrewd for you to say you draw a weapon in wait and guarding. You are weapon in hand and have 3 actions. What do you want to do?
I am going to target, and I'm going to toss a javelin at this gentleman.
Okay. You have somebody in Zave. So what did you get? 20? Let me just double
20.
check. He only gives a +1 to my AC, so yeah, I'm easy to hit. No problem. That is a hit. Your javelin jams in the and you seem to wound it. It seems to writhe in anger silently and wriggles like mad, like a fish that's been speared. So we know pointy things work. Great. 2 actions left, guys. What do you want to do?
I will toss another javelin.
Okay. Draw and throw.
Oh,
and that one's a miss. Which brings us to Pilo. Get ready to tuck. You're on deck. Pilo. Combat erupts around you.
Jesus, what's going on here? Holy crap, that thing tried to get me. Thanks, guys, for helping out. I'm not sure what I can do here. Maybe I will... I know what I'll do. I'm going to cast Chill Touch at it. And actually first off, I'm going to... Yeah, I'll cast Chill Touch at it. And that'll... oops, wrong button. And where is this here? Is it targeted?
From you, sir. I will fix that. Go ahead.
And I should
hang
touch
on,
the creature.
1
I can
second.
touch it right. I'm right in front of him there.
It should be it's a touch attack, so
Yeah. And it deals. So what is it here? Your touch weakens a living and distorts undead, possibly causing blah 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 blah. The spell deals negative damage equal to 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. The target attempts a basic fortitude save.
cool. Okay. So cast away or strike, because it still sounds like you need to hit me. Or is the roll my fort save?
I don't know.
Okay, no,
Doesn't
it looked after it. See, look, so it cast it. It says it's a cantrip. It rolled for me. It said, ooh, save 16, which is a failure.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So if I do the attack with the game, it'll automatically roll the save for your. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I've
All
disabled
right.
it so it doesn't do the character save, so we have suspense of you guys rolling your own, but... So,
Okay. Well,
hit the damage button.
two max.
There should be a
What
damage
did-
blood drop or something, some kind of...
I don't know if I do any damage.
hit the actual magnifying glass next to the spell.
Yeah.
It should expand the spell, and you might see some kind of damage.
1d4 plus 4 negative. It doesn't say anything for if they save.
Okay. Well, I failed my save. Because it rolled
failure,
for me.
sorry, yeah. Oh, my mistake. My mistake. Sorry. Yeah. 1d4.
So even
plus-
if you double-click the window,
Here we go. We did. 6
voila.
damage. Boom. So
And
I read it as failure.
Yeah.
I failed. I was
Yeah, no
reading
problem. So you reach out and do a little ET finger glowing poke boop, on a pseudopod, and it shrivels. This thing is alive. Living does not like negative energy. And as you exude your negative energy towards it, it actually reacts very badly to it.
See, I can handle myself sometimes here.
Is that 1 or 2? How many actions is that?
2 actions, and on my third action, I'm going to turn
Okay.
to who hasn't gone yet. Our new friend.
Tuck hasn't gone yet.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Tuck and say, Tuck, I'm not really sure who you are, but I think you can do anything you try to do, and I'm going to inspire courage on Tuck.
Oh,
So-
is that a single action?
It is a focused single action verbal within 60 foot. So you get a +1 stat bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, or saves against fear for 1 round.
Everyone starts pummeling it, but he
Your
turns
allies-
to you and says,
actually,
I believe in
all
you,
of my
new guy.
allies get that, but for 1 round. All
Yeah,
of my
no, that's
allies.
good. I like
I'm
it.
looking at Tuck and telling him specifically.
Okay, so watch this. If I actually target Tuck, try hitting that spell.
This one here.
Yeah,
How do I? Was it just drop it on the?
you should be able to activate the spell by clicking on it or something.
There it goes.
Inspire status. All right, damage 1. Okay, so the next attack he makes, it should actually hold that spell. Like, the Fantasy Ground should hold it for him, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, which brings us to Tuck.
I'm on the way.
All right.
I got the courage now. I don't care about the water anymore.
Okay. Well, you hydrophobic? That'd be awesome. It's just like, I didn't go in there.
No, at first I was just disgusted by it, but
Okay. So you slog on in there?
yeah,
5,
and I'll,
10, 15 an attack?
I was gonna say can I go right behind it so I can flank it?
You want to take the long way? What is your movement?
Only 20.
So 10, 15, 20. Not quite flanked, but you're on your way.
No, okay.
Hey, you don't know how tough this thing is. This could be a 10-round battle, you know?
Yeah, and I attack with my longsword.
Go, go. Ooh, gets a
It's
crit.
23.
As soon as you hit me,
And I thrust it instead of I used it for
go ahead.
piercing instead of slashing.
Yeah, as soon as you hit me. Let's have the damage.
17 damage.
Okay. It only does 11 points. It's partially seems resistant to just bladed edge. That's the good news. The bad news is, as a reaction, trigger must be hit with a metal weapon. You hit me with a sword. This creature, as you dig into it, not only does it sort of take all the damage, but it itself elongates and oozes all over your weapon and seems to start melting your weapon with acid, completely ignoring its hardness. And your sword takes 2d6 acid damage. Your sword takes 9 points of damage. Let's look up the hardness of a sword, shall we?
Yeah, because they don't have that in here.
No, it's okay. Actually, it might actually be if you just pull up the sword. It might be there. Tuck moves. Tuck draws sword. Tuck slices. I believe Tuck's done. You have to draw.
Stab.
Yeah, you drew. Yeah, but you had to draw your weapon, so that would have been your second action. Stabbing would have been.
No,
your third.
I'm just saying though that swords are versatile for piercing, so I did it. I stabbed for piercing damage instead of slashing.
Does it list it as both P and S or just S?
Versatile P.
Okay. Let's have a look here. It's not the type of damage I'm resisting. It's not what you think.
Oh, okay.
Whether you stab or you slice, I'd still resist because of something else. Another
But that's
quality.
the thing I was confused about, because when I saw Goss throw the javelin and it didn't resist the damage from the javelin, which is piercing.
Yeah, it's so so there's other differences in the weapons. You'll see. Let you guys sort this out. That's the fun thing about new players that haven't played for 30 years or whatever. I can't just tell you. It's fun to suss it out and shit your pants while you're doing so. Anyway, you know what? I have like wood and iron and this and that and yada yada, but I don't have steel and I don't have swords. So what we'll do is we'll get back to you, sir, bringing us to the top. I really don't like you, Mr. Swordsman, and I do like the fact that you're wielding something that I find delicious. Oh, look, he's covered in it. He wears it on his body. Num 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 num. It turns its focus to Tuck immediately. Why go for skin and bones when we have the smorgasbord standing right there in front of us? And it launches a pseudopod at you, striking you with a hit. And you take 1d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage from the smack. Plus other interesting little things. Should we look these up now? I think we should, because, you are taking it. When I critically... No, okay, gotta be critical. No problem. And if you... Nope, that's later. Okay. We'll come back to you. But I want you to remember something very important, sir. Get my little post-it notes out. See this post-it note? Because we have multiple campaigns. Sorry for the delay and chat and everything. I'm going to write Tuck 10 days. 10 days, Tuck. Come back to me in 10 days. We'll chat. We'll get back to you. Anyway, moving on. You took your damage. You don't feel good about yourself or the situation. This thing is nasty. It smacks you around. That thing hits you like someone hits you with a Kyber toss log. Like, bam!
Hardened or hardness of a steel sword is 9.
Okay, but it ignores the hardness.
Oh, okay, so the
It
HP
melts it
is
like acid. Sorry, its HP is how many?
36.
And how much damage did I do to the sword? My 2d6? 9. Okay. So, Tuck's sword had how much?
Actually, 20 hit points. That's for for a sword steel. It's 20. For a armor steel, it's 36 hit points. You have 20 hit points.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So 20 sword. Thank you for looking that up. And now has 11. Do you know what happens when it gets down to below half? It becomes broken.
It's okay. Swords are cheap.
Not mid-battle, they're not. So, wheeling on you, smacking you, not once, but since I haven't moved and I have multiple actions, I'll take that -5 and try my luck on your new character again. So sorry, man. You happen to be doing something that I really, really, really find delicious. Takes a second swing at you, but you're ready for it. Staggering back, leaning back like Neo, and the second pseudopod does the big sweep over you. He does some wire foo. Charwin, you're up. Get ready, Goss. You're on deck. Charwin, what do you do?
Oh, well, maybe I should have told him to run.
Oh, and I'll take a step towards him and away from... Now my movement is reduced, but... Oh, you know what? If I'm suffering reduced movements, I don't know if I can take steps. I can stride, but I don't know if I'm allowed the step action. What makes me think about this is, in difficult terrain, you're not allowed to take that sort of free step. You know what I mean? So, no, maybe I won't get a step. So, Charwin, what do you want to do?
I would like to cast a different cantrip called Spout. Somatic Verbal, 30 feet. Water blasts upward coming out of the ground, rising from a pool, or even manifesting from thin air. Any creature in the area takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
What is the spread?
With a basic reflex save.
What's the area?
It's just the 5-foot square.
Does it say 5-foot radius or a single 5-foot square? Because it says creatures plural.
It says a 5-foot cube. And then it says you can change the spell's area to a 5-foot burst, provided you center the burst in a body of water.
Okay. So do you want to burst?
No. I just want the 5-foot cube on him.
Okay. You got it.
Let's see.
So if you target me, expand, and hit me with the spell, it should go magically well. Critical failure.
Ooh,
double damage on... So I got a 5 reflex against your spell, and that's crit failure. So whatever happened, you want to do the damage.
Have a drink of rust.
So your 5 points of damage, it just says it doubles, and it's 10. So a scout of rusty water purges this thing. It lifts it high into the air, and you guys can see a glob of rust and scale and shale, and the whole thing looks like... Can you see the mini? It kind of looks like boar hide. You know, like thick but fuzzy, and yet the whole thing is actually made of sort of an inconsistent, you know, more than goo, but far less than water. Or, sorry, yeah, more than goo, but less than, you know, something completely solid. Anyway, with tendrils sticking out of it that seem to elongate as it wills. Flips it up in the air and seems to almost rend it violently. Big piece splits open, and then it slams back down in the ground in between the two of you, dousing you guys and drenching you both with rusty, putrid water. Yuck. Anything else, Charwin?
Bad.
Anything else, Charwin?
Maybe I'll try one more knowledge recall check.
Yeah, keep them coming to fruition.
There we go. Put it in the tower.
Natural 20. Oh, now you get a good look at this thing. It must be some kind of ooze. I mean, not any kind of classic ooze that you've ever seen. You've never seen an ooze that's like covered or possibly made of rust. This might be a very unique creature, indigenous to the area. The druids at the circle would be so pleased to learn about a creature like this. Its habits, its lifestyle, its mating, if you could only capture it, or at least, take samples back to, oh yeah, sweet, you've made a discovery. Druids would be so proud. Take a Polaroid. He's like taking selfies with it while you guys are in the back fighting it. Yeah.
Okay.
Problem is, this thing, oozes tend to be like 3rd level creatures, so this thing has like triple your hit points. Like, this thing is not going to go down easy.
Okay,
we're doing well. Like, we're chopping away, but I'm just saying, like, we've inflicted 35 points on it. We're well on our way to beating this thing, but it's tough, and we got a little ways to go. If we don't keep the pressure on, this thing could turn the tide on us, and one of us could die.
Hey, Char, do you think we should be close to this thing, or should I back up a little bit? Because I'm right in close combat right now, and I see my buddy's sword is kind of turning into a bunch of crumbly rust over there. And will that happen to me too?
I don't
anyone
think
know?
you've got any skin. You might want to back up.
So you're saying I'm okay? I can stay right here
I'm saying you might want to take a step back.
because I don't got no skin.
He made physical contact with Bone and nothing. Tuck stuck it with a metal sword, and it immediately reacted and started melting the sword. And yet Gauze stuck it with a wooden javelin. I'm assuming it's not metal, because it didn't.
Yeah, I'm trying not to meta, so...
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm trying to give you a little bit of information. That was a juicy 20, but I can't just keep telling you about me all day long. Anyway, Charwin is up, and I'm assuming, Charwin, in your own words, you tell him a couple little things. Gauze.
Yep.
Gauze. Well, actually, it was kind of related by Troy asking you questions, which is kind of a neat way to, instead of you telling us, Troy just asks, does this work? Does this work? That's kind of a, I like that. It's a new way of recall knowledge. Because think about it. Usually the DM goes, blah, 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 and the player goes, right, I know this what he said, right? Or they're like, in my own words, right? Having the rest of the group imagine that those words came out of Charwin and having them react with questions is actually pretty cool. I like that. I'll have to pass it on to the Friday crew. Anyway, Gauze, what do you want to do, buddy?
Oh, well, let's see, Lemon. We are going to draw another javelin.
Okay.
And toss it at this gob.
Where are you
of
keeping those
ooze.
javelins? That's a lot of javelins.
Would you like to take a step to the north and get a clean shot?
Oh, that's a lovely idea right about there.
Yep.
Maybe over here instead.
Okay.
All right. Big money. Whoo, 24.
Critical, sir.
We like that number.
This thing seems to float on the water, and it looks like it could paddle, but between the restraining tendrils of Charwin and its own sort of pseudopod mobility, it's kind of a sitting duck. You know what I mean? Like, you've targeted tin cans that had more life in it as far as dodging than this thing.
We scored a 12 for damage there, sir.
Yep. Oh, you sink your javelin right into it, and again, it reacts madly, nastily. Now, there is something else. If the javelins themselves are metal, it's happily melting them. It doesn't affect Gauze. Gauze doesn't care. You know, maybe the javelins are... So not to say the javelins are wood, but I'm also saying, like, unless you're at the other end of said weapon, probably wouldn't have noticed this thing is, like, eating what went in it. You know? Did you want a second shot, Gauze?
Yes.
With negatives,
Yes, I do.
move down the chart, yada.
Why do we not want to roll? There we go. Ooh, 17.
That's still a hit.
Ooh, not very much, but I'll take a 4.
Okay. Getting the dress back on?
Not yet.
Just saying. Accent suddenly changed. Are you... Oh, I see. I understand now. All up in your head, you're still her. I get it. No problem. There's anything wrong with that. And a miss. Pylo. Maybe bring Gauze back. Maybe he's a better shot. Pylo. You're up. Tuck, get ready. You're on deck.
Well, Buddy there said I should probably take a step back, so I'm going to take one little step back here. And then after that, I'm going to use a couple of my actions here, and I'm going to cast a Haunting Hymn. I'm just going to open my skeleton mouth and let out a... Oh. And I'm going to get a 15-foot attack. And it does... You echo a jarring hymn that only creatures in your area can hear. The hymn deals sonic damage to my spellcasting modifier with a basic fortitude save. So he's targeted.
He is now. Sorry, I had Tuck because of the happy spell.
And
He is now.
Hymn will...
Troy, you should get some sort of like ribbed prop that you can like rub like a drumstick against. Be like your haunting him is like you like rattling your bones.
Well, I've got to... When I've got my full bard on going, I got my...
Yeah, your raps.
We're good to go, don't worry.
All right.
So it only does half damage. It looks like it was a success, so it deals 2 sonic damage.
Okay.
Normal's 4, but it's half.
Okay. Nice.
There we go.
Do
And I got one more action. So again, I'm going to turn to my. Can I do Inspire Courage again?
How many times a day? You tell me.
It's focus cantrip, so it doesn't use a focus point.
I was gonna say, well, if it's focused, then if it is a focus cantrip, that means you're burning focus points.
Yeah, but it's a cantrip, so cantrips don't use focus points.
Yeah, but if it's a focus cantrip, it will. Probably.
Focus cantrips don't use focus. Yeah, I checked into it. Like I know that.
Then why put the word focus in front of it? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Because it's part of the bard stuff. You know what I'll do? I will instead of that.
It's part of your. There's the 3 things, and it's your muse, right?
Yeah, so I can inspire courage to my friends again.
Okay.
And I will do that. I'll turn to everyone and say, listen, guys, I think we got this, but we just got to fight hard and don't use metal. Tuck, I'm looking at you. And I will inspire courage to my friends again. So we all get a +1 on our. We get a.
Yeah, hit the button. I got them all targeted.
Boom. Oh, no, not that one. This one. There we go.
There we go. That's something we need to check in the chat. Spiegler's damage, was it modified? Because it was, what were the pluses you're about to tell us?
Just +1. It's only +1 to rolls. It's not +1 to damages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's +1 to where is it here? I'll tell you here in a second. +1 to status bonuses to attack roll. Oh, damage rolls. So it is +1 to any damage rolls as well that we've had in the last round.
What is your plus hit and damage normally? The first column there, Tuck, on your sword.
It's all. I checked it, and it did add them.
Okay, cool.
But anybody else who did damage in the last round should add 1 more damage as well.
Oh, I thought you could only inspire one person. You specifically said I inspire him.
I did, but I didn't notice the spell said it's you and your allies, so I didn't realize it's everybody. You inspire your allies with words or tunes.
Sorry, I'm only willing to retcon inside a single round. Otherwise, because this is something we had been playing on, and we go back 3-0 and then change the battle. So it's like, if you can figure out something inside of a round, I'll just play forward. But the good news is, I screw up my monsters all the time. And there's a lot of deaths that should have happened in the past if I just gone back 2 rounds going, oh, if I totally done this, you would have been... Players don't want to hear that, right? So, anyway. Pilo.
Good to go.
Good job.
And my turn is done. All right, friends, let's get this guy.
Okay. Stay on the mic, though, Troy. You're turning way away. I'm getting lots of bounce from you, please. Talk.
Sorry, but
it's all right. Talk.
I hear you.
Your flanking buddy ran away. You've got no one to flank
I hear
with.
you, Pilo. But Bree, I donate the metal upon my sword to you, and I strike again. And that is a hit.
Nice.
For 6 damage.
All right. Well, you know what happens next.
2d6 to my sword. And then,
I'm afraid so.
I'm just going to raise my shield.
Okay. 4 points. Now, your sword drops to 7. It is dropped below half. So I'll get Troy or whomever's free to look up the broken condition and what it does to weapons. Might inflict penalties. You might risk it, falling apart. But I do know that once it's considered broken, it's a pain in the ass to use. And any actions left from you, Tuck?
I attacked, I raised my shield. Recall knowledge.
Okay.
Do you have a cult?
Do you have a cult? You need knowledge to roll knowledge. So if you do not have a cult, you could try another angle.
Religion.
Sure.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, with a very decent 21, a creature like this doesn't like, oh, it's the harbinger of Galmarond, or you know what I mean? Like, nothing comes to mind.
And that's me.
But not a bad idea. Round 3, if I'm not mistaken. And it's time to ooze. I am quite happy targeting the guy next to me. He's an easy target. He looks delicious. He's covered in metal. And we have this relationship where, He hits me, I melt his weapon, I try to hit him back. But unfortunately, it's getting slower. I wouldn't say it's staggering, but it seems to be losing its form. And as the pseudopods come out of it, more and more of its form rips apart. It seems to be wounded and acting sluggish. Yes, that's my excuse for my crappy rolls. It's sluggish. Sure. Why? Hate you all so much. Get him. My goal. Talk Fume. Okay, so Fume's got this dance going with it now, and even though and he calls to his god, stabs it, and melts or whatever, this thing just seems to be lumbering at him. Lazily.
And I look at my sword. I look at my sword as like my turn is ending, and I see that it's like just disintegrated pretty much, and I just drop it.
Okay. So the broken is a condition that affects objects. An object is broken when damage reduces hit points equal to less than its broken threshold. What's the threshold on a sword? You had the stats there. I thought it was half, but maybe it just has a threshold. Can't be used for its normal function, nor does it grant bonuses, with the exception of armor. So yeah, your sword is still a sword, but it becomes useless Swiss cheese, and you drop it.
It's 10 for the sword.
Okay, so we were luckily we were right. It was like half, usually half. However, armor still has some sort of function when it's broken. I mean, in Age of Ashes, we had a dwarf find broken Hell Knight armor, and he put it on because it was still way better than what he had. He's like, I'll fix this later. Shambled around in broken Hell Knight armor for a while. Charwin.
I'd do it.
Yeah, why not, eh? Charwin. You're up, my man.
Oh. Well, that water thing works so well, I think I might do it again.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, go.
Looks like he failed? Yeah, he failed, right?
Yep. Because it basically says, Ooze saves 10 versus Charwin failure.
Takes 7 damage.
It seems intent, and you have trouble targeting and isolating its target from your companion Tuck. And you can't quite center the target. You do flip him over, and there's another big geyser of water, but unfortunately not as effective as the first time. But still, chipping away at this creature. It seems to get more and more dilapidated as we proceed. Anything else, Charwin?
I think I'm just going to take a movement down to the southeast.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Righto. Which brings us to Gauze of the Endless Javelins. How many javelins has he got, I wonder? I know he's down 3.
No more javelins.
No more javelins. Uh-oh. What now?
We are going to rage.
Uh-oh.
Step in right here.
Okay. One step to the southeast towards it.
That is correct.
My friend is looking awfully angry over there.
And we are going to draw back a fist and see if we can't pop this sucker.
Okay. The direct approach.
Absolutely.
He smacks it with his hand. Whoop! And hits it.
Now, I get a +2 for additional damage, but because my fists are agile, I only get a +1.
Where'd you get a D6 fist from? You're not a monk.
Oh, sorry. Grabbed the wrong one. My bad. There we go. I have a D4 +3. And it looks like
No, you
4.
You did better.
And well, still it's only a 7 because I got the D4. It's a D4 +3. Oh, no, it did it right.
Yeah.
D4 +3.
Yeah.
Should be 5. Yeah, and then I
Plus
get
Troy's bonus.
oh,
Be
Troy's.
6. Would be 6, right?
Okay.
There you go.
And then I should only have a +1 because my fists are agile.
Okay.
Because
Your agile fists take away from the penalties that come next if you hit them multiple times.
okay. So
Did you want to hit him again?
absolutely.
Okay. That is a hit. Now with your 15. Yeah, never mind. I can see it. And you do in the second time?
7.
Okay. So he just steps in here and he just starts pummeling this dude. That's funny because I was watching this anime called "Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?" And then there's a spin-off seed. So yeah, no, it's actually a very good. It's a joke, but the actual parody of the anime series is the gods like Zeus and everything are bored. They come down, take mortal form, and open like adventuring guilds. And you're part of their family or familia, and you run into the local dungeon. It's a great series. Anyway, they have a spin-off series called Sword Auraria, and in it, they ran up against an acid monster, it melted her sword, and she just started pulling a gauze. She just starts beating this thing with her fists, and is doing did as well as Gauze is. So I just think that's hilarious that I literally watched that episode like an hour ago, and now Gauze is bringing it to life for me once again. 14 points of damage. Well done, Gauze. Which brings us to Pylo.
Oh boy, my friends. I think we got this guy on the ropes. So for one last time, I'm going to turn to him. I'm going to look at him. I'm going to let out that long, mournful wail again.
Mournful belch. How does that inspire us without creeping us out?
Everybody. He was actually targeting the wrong people. Oh dear.
I thought the mournful wail was for us. Oh,
I'm targeting the creature. The creature first.
Oh. Sorry, you start with a speech, so I thought we were going for the inspiration.
That'll happen after, don't worry.
Okay, ignore all that. Just hit the spell again. Don't do damage, just hit the spell again. I succeeded. Half damage to me.
2 damage again.
Yeah, well, at least it didn't
And
damage
again, my
anybody else.
friends, this guy's on the ropes. We're going to take him, and we're going to knock him down that drain where he came from. You guys are with me? Let's go, guys. And again, I'm going to inspire everybody. There she goes.
All right. Well done. Hit the party with the buffs. Snipe at the monster. This group's coming together rather quickly, guys. This is a party killer, so good on ya. Tuck, with shield in hand and no sword, I believe he starts to play bait, and he takes a step back and over and tries to draw it out. Get into a flanking position with this thing.
Oh,
there you are.
No, I was here. Sorry, I forgot I killed my video.
What do you do? I had you try to move in a flanking position, playing bait with your shield. You've got no weapon.
Yeah, move in a flanking position and use my fist to punch it.
Okay. This is a flanking position currently here. And punch away. And hit.
Come down with like a hammer fist, and I'm like, by her glory! And I smash down. With 8 damage.
Tuck calls to his glory of his goddess and silences the creature, for when his fist lands... Okay, let's not kid ourselves. You guys did most of the work. But when Tuck's fist lands, the creature stops moving, and you believe the battle is over and you're victorious.
The goddess has spoken.
You didn't need a sword at all. You should have just been using your fists the whole time. One punch and you killed it.
You might just be right there, Pylo.
He looks a little shaky. You might just be right there, Pylo. The guy's shaking like a leaf. Excuse me, I have to.
Anybody got another sword?
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
Anybody got another sword?
Just ask him for a friend.
I actually might have a rapier if you want to use that, but I have to check and see what I got in my pockets here. It's been a while.
I'll give it back to you once I can either find one or purchase a new one.
So you wish for me to pull up your gear and trade gear between the two of you? Rapier going from one to the other?
We'll do that in a little bit. We got to worry about other stuff here, but let's just make sure this is all taken care of before we get attacked.
Okay, whoa. Okay, so rounds dropped.
Oh, rounds have dropped.
Okay, so we have a quick, brief, safe moment, and we talk about the rapier. The guy's hands outstretched. You go, no. Let's poke around some more and cause some shit.
I didn't notice if rounds are stopped. I'll grab it out of. I'll be reaching to my thing and
okay.
This dusty-looking rapier. It looks like it's probably older than anything you've ever used, but
I appreciate that. You almost can.
Okay. See, not everyone is a new player. Okay. Troy used to own his own gaming shop, so I took that as, are you sure? Are you? You being a dick. No, I'm not going to give it to you. I just told you I was going to give it to you if you needed it, when you needed it, burning several actions for you to obtain it, but All right, boys. Do we focus back on trying to clear the pond or poke around or?
I wouldn't mind getting a look at old Took and see if I can heal him a little bit.
Sure.
A good old medicine check.
Let's target Took. Oh, with a spell or with medicine check? Okay, then you guys are probably going to want to be out of the water, right? Let's get out of the water here. Let's get out of the rust.
Shawan, can you have a look at this?
Sure. Let's try some rusty water in that.
Whoa, rusty water, what the?
16, it works.
His wounds have been exposed. He's been wounded and exposed to rust, which means he could get tetanus.
Looks like 4 healing.
Yep, I'll give him 4 back. Brings you up to 13, sir. Whoops. Brings you there. Oh, come on, dang it. There we go. Brings you back to 15 hit points out of 20. You have 5 wounds.
He's dead. He's alive. He's okay.
But as you're stitching him up and stuff, let's talk about using treat medicine to treat a disease, because he may or may not be infected with tetanus. Can I have a another medicine check though?
Oh man, this is mad itchy.
Okay, one more medicine
I
check.
kind of doubled down on your treat wounds as it said medicine check, because you guys are standing in a rust pond and he was wounded in a rust pond, and it's kind of like, that could be a problem.
Got an 8.
You're not sure how to treat tetanus. I can always find a healer later, right? It's slow onset. It's like a 10-day onset. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, so to treat disease, I would need at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
Can I do that with my own medicine check?
Yeah, you can come on over and give him a sniff and
all right, let's
see
do
what's
that.
what.
Oh, I think I'm all right. I don't know what are you coming over to look at? Get your grubby paws off me.
11.
Just, maybe he's got a thing for battle scars. He comes over, starts oogling your body. Oh, there's a good cut. Oh, that could be serious. Get off me, man.
All right. I think I'm all right, y'all. Let's just move on and find these gnolls.
All right. So back to the problem at hand. Giant box, current at the bottom of the pool. I believe Pilo was on his way to play around with the rags and stuff and see if he can't figure out about the current. That still interests you, Pilo, or did you guys not want to mess with this place?
Are you still waiting around in that rusty water? What are you doing over there?
What are we doing? I wasn't told anything new.
Well, I thought we were going to go find these gnolls.
I thought I had to drain the water to get over there.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe there's a secret passage or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go back over here, and I'm just going to finish pulling that rag off the drain.
Pull the plug.
Yeah.
So you start slopping, pull rags and dig out debris, and it's pretty gross.
I'm a skeleton. Everything gross has already gone over me.
Anyway, 10 minutes of digging and slogging.
Yeah, not like you can smell.
Right. He comes back with this big wad of materials and rust bits or whatever and dumps it on the shore. And now we just, wait for nature to take its course, and a little while later, this should drain.
Is there anything in that little bit of stuff I pulled out? Is there anything interesting? Can I look and see if there's any kind of cool stuff?
Or start digging through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm rolling here.
Did you want to speed the process by casting Detect Magic, or are you looking for valuables like gems or whatever, or...
I don't have...
You don't have what?
I don't have a Detect Magic, so that's not me.
Okay. So you're looking for valuables and shinies.
Yeah, anything in there.
Just curious, does anybody have Detect Magic?
Nope.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Lots of cloth, strips of cloth. You are a bard. Yes? Sorry to reveal
That is
you, but
correct.
he's somebody that has a little bit of knowledge of everything. So roll me a raw d20 and tell me your intelligence, like a recall knowledge, but not trained. 1.
That doesn't matter.
All
All sorts of fun stuff in here. Look at these rags.
Yeah,
and-
as far as you can
Probably
tell,
not
it's just
tablet.
rags and cloth. It's just like, meh.
This is pretty nice stuff. I might keep this rag here. It might be good for later. But otherwise, nothing for me. Anyone else?
All right, I guess if we're gonna wait here for this water, you might as well have another crack at this wound here. I think it reopened up a bit.
He has to wait for an hour, but yeah.
Yeah, we're here for an hour. I can do it again.
I don't think it'll take an hour for it to train, but let's have a look here.
26. That's a critical. So what's that? 4d8?
Yeah.
You should probably take the statuses off of us from the spell. That might be adding extra bonuses. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
What?
So
Oh,
20
good
more
point.
health.
No more courage for you. No more courage
20
for
hit
you.
points?
20 hit points.
Holy shit.
So you're back at full. The excess goes away. You
It
feel
looks
really
like
good.
I was never even touched in the first place.
Yeah,
What
any
have you done?
any rust that's gotten in your blood, it's sealed
Druids-
up in there
druids
nicely. There's
really
not
know
even a
what-
scar. It's sealed your face.
Druids really know what they're doing.
There you go. So, what's next? We just wait?
How high up is that metal crate off of the, I guess, ground level?
Big steel crate. A massive 20-foot square steel-walled cube blocks the way east. Bits of rust have pitted the bottom of the crate, causing it to have crumbled away and form large holes in the bottom. The holes are large enough to see inside that it itself is empty. A 3-foot wide metal loop on the top of the crate allows for easier handling of the metal cube if there was something strong enough to lift it from the ground.
I'm gonna look up to my right at this crane. What do I see?
You see a crane that actually
Is-
possibly could lift said box. Yeah.
Is there a way, like, can I see to get up to it?
Yeah, you approach from the front and climb in, you know. A large winch-driven crane lowers over the piles of discarded machinery. The crane's base is totally entrenched in debris, and rust pits its arm. In the crane's cockpit, the control panel's faceplate looks like it's been removed, exposing gears and mechanisms behind the foot pedals and long rusty levers. A wall of debris looms to the south. But you guys could sort of, just dig your way over and get in and see what you can do with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up on this side of it, where my guy is right now,
Okay.
if I can.
Digging your way to the crane here, like just using your shovel shield,
Yeah.
is much safer than climbing a 20-foot wall of jagged debris, which will actually have dice damage for if you fall on your butt.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is that like- I know you don't like manual labor, but I'm just saying, unless you are a man of risks. I mean, look at your entrance, Oh, I'm not going to dig my way through here. I'm going to climb up this scoot, and I'm away. Sure, go ahead. Go nuts. And he's giving me athletics checks. Okay.
That's just for clearing away the debris.
Oh. I was like, yeah, game on. All right. All right. Clear away the debris. Dig off a bunch. And you think you can climb up there? Give me one more. Climb in on the crane. Gets in the crane. Yoink. Get in there. I won't let you in. Okay. Get in. You start examining the crane. Looking around. What are you guys doing while he's playing with this thing?
Give you a crafting check to see if I can't figure out what does what.
Yeah. What are you guys doing while he's digging and while he's climbing and while he's playing? Are you guys just watching and waiting? Watching the water go down, watching Tuck go up.
Hey, Tuck. Never mind. Tuck. Not Tuck. I want Char. You kind of look like you know what things are. Do you know what I am? Do you know why I'm alive?
Oh, you're there because of your willpower. You just didn't want to die.
But I kind of did. That pile was on me for a long time, and I kind of did. I'm happy you guys found me, but I don't know why I'm still here. Maybe someone else will know. I'll have to keep asking. How about you, big, strong, javelin guy? Do you know why I'm here? Oh. All right, then. I appreciate your help, guys.
Why are we here? Why is any of us here? What is the meaning of... What?
Hey, Tuck, what'd you find up there?
So you guys are just killing time? I'll tell you what he finds. You guys hear he's digging, and then he gets in there, and then he's sitting there, and he starts using his craft check, and you've got a 22 crafting. You reach down in there, right? Kind of perception from Gauze. We'll say Pilo was happily distracted, just chatting away. I'll still get you one, but I'm going to have you at -4 because you were distracted.
18, sir.
In the tower, sorry.
I'm going to do a perception.
Open perceptions go in the tower. Well, I'll keep your 18 because it's awesome. But open 18s go in the tower. Hello. Charwin. And what did you get for crafting? 21 there? Tuck?
22.
Okay. So, 22 for Tuck. Tuck is the first to notice that while he's leaned over the seat and digging in the gears or whatever, the 1, 2, 10, 20 entire swarm of cockroaches that just come up from the actual base, like they lived in the bottom and in the panel and everywhere, and the entire bottom of the base, up and in and under Tuck and out of the box, just explodes with a massive swarm of cockroaches. And we will see you all next time on the All Guns No Glory, possibly No Spiegler again podcast. It's always you, man.
The goddess has spoken. She does not want us in this scrapyard.